They told you women were divine, that their hearts carried more warmth, more compassion, more healing than yours ever could, that she was purity, softness, and salvation, the cure for your loneliness. And you believed it, because everyone around you did. From childhood stories, she was painted as the prize, the angel, the muse. And you were the seeker, the protector, the man bending his knees just for a taste of closeness. But what if that story wasn't truth at all? What if it was a carefully built illusion meant to blind you? What if women aren't angels, but mirrors not reflecting your missing piece, but reflecting the misunderstanding inside you? Aristotle didn't cover her in poetry. He stripped away the myths and looked at nature with cold eyes. His conclusions weren't moral judgments, they were observations. And nature, he believed, doesn't sugarcoat. This isn't about biology anymore. It's about what happens to your illusions when you strip them down. What if love isn't mutual devotion, but hierarchy disguised as romance? What if the woman you adore is not seeing you at all, but only the parts of you that feed her strategy? You think she's nurturing. Maybe she's just echoing your hunger because that hunger gives her influence. Softness? Look closer. Much of it is performance. Not always malicious, sometimes instinctive, but performance nonetheless. Survival taught her to bend, to adapt, to become what the dominant form demanded. In a man's world, her power comes not from open force, but from subtle calibration. So ask yourself, when you look at her, are you seeing a person or the projection you created? You don't want a woman. You want the idea of her, and she knows it. That's her leverage. She doesn't need to dominate you. She only needs to reflect the man you long to be. You surrender not because she is powerful, but because you handed her your power. What you call love is often dependency. What you think is care is calculation. She studies you, not always with cruelty, but with precision. Every word, every silence, every movement, you become data. Not because she is weak, but because she has learned survival through strategy. You see emotion. She sees patterns. You offer confession. She collects leverage. Men built external systems of power. Women mastered survival in the invisible spaces. While you wielded weapons, she learned how to occupy the inner world. She doesn't want your body. She wants your mind. And once she lives there, once she becomes the voice in your head, you mistake captivity for closeness. You thought she was fragile. She was watching. You thought she needed saving. She was adapting. You thought she was waiting for you. She was mapping you, measuring how much of yourself you would surrender for the illusion of being loved. And when she no longer needs the mask, the act ends. You think she changed, but she only stopped pretending. You don't grieve her, you grieve the reflection she gave you. The man you thought you were in her gaze. This is the truth men avoid. She was never your salvation. She was your mirror. You didn't love her. You loved the feeling of being chosen. You loved outsourcing your worth to her validation. You wanted permission, not partnership. And when that permission disappears, you collapse not because she left, but because you never built yourself. Women are not demons, not saints, not saviors. They are survivors, strategic, adaptive, precise, different, not lesser. And when you refuse to see that difference, you become a victim of your own fantasy. But here lies the awakening. When you stop looking to her to complete you, you begin to complete yourself. When you stop orbiting her, you return to your own center. She will test that. She may resist it. But when you stand firm, the myth dies, and in its place, something real can finally exist. Connection without manipulation, intimacy without dependence, love without surrendering your spine, but only if you dare to let the illusion burn.